This is our reenactment of the Boston Tea Party. In the year of 1773, the colonists were all abuzz by all the changes that were coming down from the Parliament, and the Boston Tea Party had seen better days. The tea company decided to reach out to the king in hopes that he could do something to help them avoid bankruptcy. They decided on writing him a friendly letter.
Dear King, our lovely tea company has seen better days. We're about to lose all of our money. That would leave us bankrupt.
Is there anything you can do to help us out? Your number one supporter, the British Tea Company.
The letter was mailed to the king, and the British India Tea Company had to wait patiently for a reply.
Dear British India Tea Company, I was sorry to hear about your money problems. I do love your tea so much. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make you the only tea company allowed to sell your tea in our new American colonies. We can sell for really cheap. I will call this act the Tea Act. I hope this helps you with your problem. King George III.
The British India Tea Company was so excited about the possibility of not going into bankrupt that they began to make lots and lots of tea to be imported into the colonies by ship. What the British India Tea Company didn't know that the colonists were not very happy with the Parliament and King George. They were already protesting the Stamp Act and the Townshend Act.
No taxation without representation. England can't force us to pay a tax
Without us agreeing to pay it. Passing the Tea Act only made things worse. As a result of the protest, the colonists formed groups like the Sons and Daughters of Liberty. These groups boycotted the British India Tea Company's tea.
We can help the fight against England by making our own tea.
So the Daughters of Liberty joined the fight against England. The Sons of Liberty were worried that the other colonists who hadn't chosen sides yet, or the ones who were loyal to Britain, would hurt the boycott by buying the cheap tea.
We need to do something about this tea act. We love our tea, but we stick by our protest.
The Daughters of Liberty are making us tea, but that isn't enough. We need to stop the supply of tea being imported into the colonies.
So the Sons of Liberty waited patiently for the next shipment of tea to arrive. They dressed up like Indians and quickly boarded the ship.
Throw it overboard! Leave no tea on the ship!
We do not want your tea, Parliament. Throw it all overboard.
Hip hip hooray for the Sons of Liberty. Your tea is not welcome here, England.
This event was named the Boston Tea Party. As you can imagine, did not make the Parliament very happy.
Those crazy colonists, they don't know how good they have it. Let's see how they like it if we close the harbor and take away their right for our self-government.
We will call them the Coercive Act. We will force the colonists to understand that we make the laws. We will make them pay for the tea too.
And that's exactly what they did. The act was put into effect after the Boston Tea Party was called the Intolerable Act by the colonists. The colonists called the act this because it made it almost impossible to live in the colonies and not do what the king and parliament say, but the patriots were smart.
We will come up with a way to beat Parliament.
You wait and see.
And here is our cast, Miss Bella Hughes as the narrator, Mr. Ethan Hood and Mr. Austin Cordell as the British India Tea Company, Mr. Alex Southern as the King of England, our Sons of Liberty, Mr. Christopher Yanez and Mr. Anderson Martinez, and our Daughters of Liberty, Miss Channing Terry, Miss Janiyah Lowndes, Miss Samantha Pollard, and Miss Haiti Montano. Our colonists, Miss Amber Simmons, Miss Zaria Suber, and Miss Jennifer Leon Hernandez. Our patriots, Mr. Christian Mesa and Mr. Raheem Piles. Our parliament, Mr. Samaje Walker and Mr. Grady Richardson. This has been Room 211's reenactment of the Boston Tea Party.